Doug Steele, Heavy TV, Bardo Pond. From Philadelphia here, we've got Michael, we've got Isabel. They're headlining tonight at the Corner Hotel. Glad to have you in the country, and tons of questions to ask you. Where do I even begin? When was the last time you were here?
2010 for the Vivid Music Festival in Sydney.
Yeah. How long did you play?
We played 2 days. We did a noise night, and then we did another show. So
that was our own show.
That was our own show.
The noise night was like a collaboration of a lot of different bands that Lou Reed and Laurie Anderson had asked to play that festival, and it was just like a Boris and us, some Australian bands, Zond, I forget who else. It was a lot of different people, and everybody kind of did their piece, and then kind of it was a collaborative thing, and then we did our own gig a couple days later.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think what I really like about you guys is the song lengths. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. What I want to know is how much of it is structured, or is there a lot of nodding on stage going, okay, this is where we kick into free flow part? Like, how does that all work? Because I'm a musician, that interests me.
They're pretty composed, you know. They're like when each, segment happens or a stage of the song, and so sometimes the lengths of the parts are, when they hit, usually it's pretty well set up, but then they might go a little longer, until we all kind of are on the same page together to bring it back down to another part. There's other areas that are open to be free form, and we don't know what's going to happen, but mostly it's pretty composed. Our roots came from that, from like krautrock, kind of a minimal music, and maybe the Velvet Underground, and then free jazz and free improvisational music. So that's always been built into what we do.
What do you think of Frank Zappa?
When I was a kid, I was a big fan, and there's still parts of me like like Hot Rats, and Zoo to Lures. But I still have a soft spot for like Overnight Sensation, and I know all those records. I really loved them when I was a kid. I don't listen to them so much now, but occasionally I do. And but I like Captain Beefheart now. Like that's where I'm at, as far as the that world,
So you guys started roughly in '91, or that's when you released your first album?
That was when we named ourselves, kind of in '91.
And where did that come from?
It's from the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
Really?
And it's the Bardo is a place in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and that book is a preparation for when you enter the Bardo, which is where you enter after you pass from the earth, and it basically determines whether you are born again, or you go into nirvana, So, and our bass player's not here right now with us in this room, but he added Pond to it. He just thought it would be a nice place to be in the Bardo. You could just kind of relax a little, maybe do some fishing or something.
That's pretty cool. Now, I noticed tons of floor effects. Like you have them as well for your flute and probably your vocals. So, like, I'm a gearhead. What's going on with what are they? Name everything in your arsenal. If you can. No pressure.
I have a vintage digital delay. They're both Boss, and a reverb delay.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I've got, I start off with this old Jax pedal. It's an old Japanese super fuzz kind of pedal, and that goes into an equalizer. And then I go into another fuzz pedal, which is a ZVEX Fuzz Probe. It's got a theremin built into it.
Wow.
It's pretty wild. You can
How do you do that? Do you control that with your foot?
You control with your foot or your hand. It's a proximity thing, yeah. So whatever you put near it.
That's fucking... Who makes that?
It's a company called ZVEX. They make some pretty sweet pedals.
That's insane.
They make one called the Fuzz Factory, and basically they attach the theremin, and then they call it a Fuzz Probe. And then that goes into a tuner. And that goes out to I got a volume pedal, and that goes into a Moog Fugger, and that goes into another old Boss TY, it's called, old filter pedal, and that goes into an analog delay pedal.
And all this wouldn't all be battery operated because you'd be just flying through batteries.
Yeah, I can't do the battery. That would be horrible. So it's all, they've all got.
Have you ever had gigs where your stuff hasn't shown up, or you've had to somehow compromise to where you didn't have your stuff in front of you?
Yes.
Did we do that? When did that happen?
Just me though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? No flute?
Or no, just no effects.
Oh, no effects?
Yeah.
You can kind of get. You also notice that as well. So no effects on the flute or vocals, but you kind of want that dreamlike thing happening. I think. I noticed that on some. I was listening to some of your music today. The drums, from what I was listening to, are fairly dry.
Yeah.
Is that the case, like, all the time, or?
Yeah, we keep everything fairly dry. Actually, I mean, we use a lot of effects, but there's a raw sound that we have that's dry. You know, we don't really use too much reverb as far as like the recording process and everything. Just maybe a tiny bit.
You still have your own studio?
Yeah.
And you share that with other artists, correct?
No, it's just our studio.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah.
I read somewhere that you did.
Sometimes we have
As
people
in
come over. You know.
Painters, is that correct?
Well, we're all painters and artists as well. So no, but this studio is just it's
Okay.
our own, studio. We're
And-
music studio.
And you record live?
We record live, exactly.
That would be Nirvana for you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, and then we'll kind of deconstruct the live recordings, maybe drop things out, put acoustics on it, But yeah, the basic tracks are live.
That's cool. Will you or have you released any DVDs? Or check this out, the music by you guys, and if you're all painters, just have that as like while you show your paintings.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Throw that on fucking YouTube, man.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
We are looking into that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a show an art show together.
Yeah.
Really?
Philly.
In Philly.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, and also play for the opening, maybe.
Yeah, you play for the opening.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, you threw me off. That's awesome though. Are all you guys were all you guys born in Philly?
New Jersey.
I was born in Philly, Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Except
Did you
for our
forget when
bass
you were
player.
born? Did you forget when you
I
were
was
born?
born on the other side of the river.
Yeah.
In Camden.
Camden,
Yeah.
which is right there next to Philadelphia. But Clinton wasn't. He's our bass player. I think he was born in Japan, but he might have been born in California. I'm not sure.
I also read that you guys live in fairly close proximity to each other, but you don't really hook up maybe once a week kind of thing. Is that a true statement, or?
We used to get together twice a week. That was it. And now I think we get together, once a week, or when it's coming up to be, tour, or definitely twice a week, 3 times a week. Or if we're gonna really get involved in a recording or something, we'll do. But we are available, so the drop of a hat, we can get together.
Cool. And what is the recording process like? How formed are the songs?
There's always a evolving, organic kind of thing that's going on with the songs, and we'll have a new idea that kind of gets introduced, and we'll jam, then because we record everything, we can listen to it, and then we can evaluate that,
Yeah, they're born out of jams, and then we do arrangement and heavy editing.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Production.
Now, lyrical content is mostly what? Only because I was listening to some of the songs today, and it was just the words were spoken so slowly or sung so slowly I couldn't understand. You know what I mean? But that's me. Maybe you can, but me personally. But where do you draw that from? The lyrical stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess you not understanding it is like using my voice as more like an instrument.
That's
and
awesome.
I feel like the flute and the voice have kind of like
Same.
joined in this weird way. But lyrically, it's just stuff that, I respond a lot to what these guys bring into the jam. So
Yeah.
it's like really, mood based. And just things I jot down or popping in my head.
Yeah. That's cool.
Or that I'm reading.
They're really kind of like poetry,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really into poetry.
Any favorite authors or just whatever?
I
I don't want to put you on the spot.
I'm doing Rilke right now, and
Sam Shepard.
Sam Shepard. have inspired directly a couple of teams.
Well, let's go back. Wait.
Gary Snyder.
Let's go back to the painting. Out of how many of you paint in the band, roughly?
4 of us.
Any sculptors?
Yeah, and a Poulter sculptor painter.
Okay. Who is the best painter? And I know that. Look, I know that's a stupid thing to ask because you can't. There you go. Watercolors or oil-based paint?
He's that's a really stop.
I love art in all forms because gotcha. Number one, like my grandfather was a painter. I love visual, all that kind of shit, obviously. And music, it goes hand in hand. So you really should think about doing what I said.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
And you put that on YouTube or you sell it at the DVD at the gigs. And
there you go.
But I've been given the wrap-up sign. I could talk to you guys all day.
So I want to thank Michael and Isabel for hanging out with me there from Bardo Pond. Doug Steele, Heavy TV, signing out. Peace.